single on the second pitch of the game. I didn't get my home plate base figured out. That ball is going to get away from the catcher, and Joe should get to third, which that camera's working because Eric was on top of it. Really, it was me who didn't have his stuff together. So now Braden did swing. That'll be a strike one to him. The ball is, we are live. I pressed go. I haven't seen that it's come through on my camera yet, or my phone yet.
I just got the text.
Excellent. So that was, I missed if that was a strike or a ball there. And the next pitch, Braden pops that one out to the second baseman, who makes a nice grab there, and Joe will stay at third. So Jackrabbits playing the Denver Royals here. Teddy will step in with a runner out at third, and he's behind on that one for strike one. Fouled away. Now the 1-1 count, the runner or the pitcher will now come set. That ball gets away and Joe's coming in. And the ball is thrown behind the pitcher, and Joe scores for the first run of the game. Jackrabbits 1, Royals 0 here in the top of the first with one down. So Teddy now will have a different attitude. Rather than just trying to make contact to get the ball, to get the runner in, he's now got to find space in the field to get himself to first safely. And with a 3-1 count, he can wait a little bit on that. Let's see what he gets here. And there gets a tailing fastball. And so now we got a 3-2 count to Teddy. And there's a shot right over to the second baseman, who makes a nice play and gets Teddy on, oh, my camera there is a little off. So that's 2 down now. And Aaron will step in. Aaron batting cleanup today. Shout out to his dad, celebrating 20 years as part of a Piper band. And they're having a great time there. So shout out to Coach Nick and to Katie. We miss you guys today. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. So pitcher now throwing strikes right down the plate. And Aaron's behind that one for a third and final strike. Jackrabbits plate 1 on the leadoff double by Joe, and 2 pass balls. And with that, that wraps up the top of the first. I've got to mute myself because I've got a bunch of other stuff to put together here, and we are not quite ready. We only had a few minutes to turn this around between games, so we'll be here for this 4 o'clock game and a 6 o'clock game. So make sure that you are tuned in, you like, subscribe, and you hit that notification bell to Jackrabbits Broadcasting. Vamos Liebres. I'll be back here after Teddy gets his warm-up throws in. And balls are in, and coming down has been served. Let's just run through the defense here. Teddy is on the mound, and Mason the Gray is behind the plate. At first is Joe. The first pitch is 64, tailing fastball from Teddy for strike one. Looks like Brian out at second, Adrian at short, and Gianni at third. In left, we've got Connor. There's a shot right to Adrian. He knocks it down, throws it to first, and there's no sweep or no catch on the sweep. The ball gets away. On an infield hit, the runner will take first. So you've seen Adrian now and Joe there. In center, we've got Mason the Frosted. He did get his hair cut, so it's still frosted, but not as much as before. And that pitch is away. And then in right, Braden, big tall Braden. So two tall corner outfielders, and then we got Speed and Mason in the middle. And number 44 will step in to see the next pitch from Teddy. Teddy steps off and gives him a look over. And the next pitch gets away from Mason the Gray, and they chose not to throw it down. And we'll go to a 2-0 count now. So Teddy behind number 44 with the tying run out there at second. That ball is hit down the right field line and foul. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. Jackrabbits playing in their final week of league play. That ball is hit right out to Mason, who's going to make that catch. With the pink armband on, he gets it back to a second baseman for the first out of the inning. So Teddy threw a changeup there, it looked like, came in at 54, and the batter was able to get some aluminum on it, but not a lot of oomph, and a nice pickup there by Mason for the out. 1 down, tying run out at second, and number 13 will step in for the Denver Royals. There's a 66-mile-an-hour strike at the letters from Teddy. Teddy's hat askew on the giant fluff of hair that he sports on a regular basis. There's a curveball. That ball is popped straight up. Middle infielders need to talk to each other. And they talk to each other maybe a little bit later than they should have, but Brian comes down with it. Brian, maybe the best defensive player on the team right now, just a lot of glove. Also one of the younger players, so not a lot of size yet, but Mother Nature will take care of that in no time, I have no doubt. And so 2 down, number 12 steps in, the cleanup hitter. So Teddy's induced 2 flyouts there on 2 changeups, I think, or maybe curves. That one's 55, comes in way too high for ball 1. And the next pitch, swing and a miss, 66 miles an hour. So that was a 55 to a 66, so quite a bit of difference in velocity there. And the next pitch is, oh, that was 56. I don't know what that was. But Coach Hunter just yelled, "Good pitch." So whatever it was exactly what they called. One ball, 2 strikes, says the ump. Now this is the ninja ump we've had in the past, but in watching the last game, he didn't actually do a lot of ninjas on strike 3s. Oh, there's a curveball that doesn't curve. In fact, goes right over number 12's head. So good duck by 12 there. Otherwise, he was taking a 58-mile-an-hour curveball off the noggin. And there's the curveball. That one breaking away and going to be out of play. Joe unable to make a play on that one as it's beyond the fence. We have no balls. That's what's happening. The ump is signaling that he needs a baseball. And somebody in the Royals fandom has thankfully returned it to Teddy. So he has a 2-2 count here, says Blue. Teddy misses low and away. It's 63 for ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. One of Teddy's Achilles heels, maybe the biggest Achilles heel, is the ability to, sometimes he loses guys when he's ahead. And he lost him there completely. 57 curveball that was non-competitive. So now you've got the 5-hole hitter stepping in, number 33 for the Royals. And runners at first and second and 2 down. .65 but away for ball 1. And fouled straight back on a 64-mile-an-hour fastball there. Mason the Gray whipping off the helmet, but no need. It had hit the backstop before he had a chance to make a play on it. And we'll have a 1-1 count here. No, Teddy paying no attention to the runner out at second, and nobody on the middle infielders helping him. They're going to have him running here at some point. And that 56 floater for ball 2. So Brian and Adrian now learning the middle infield. Brian now holding them over. And there's a ground ball down to Gianni. He's going to go pick up the ball and step on the base. The runners stopped running for reasons. I guess he didn't want to run into an out, but they get the force anyway. So Gianni with a heads-up play there, not to get too rattled by the runner stopping, and we get a force at third for the 3rd out. So Jackrabbits go to the put the helmets on, grab the aluminum, and it's 1-0 as we go to the top of the 2nd. I'm going to go fix my first base camera, which twisted again, and I'll be right back. And the first pitch to Mason is a strike. So Mason the Gray getting his gear off and then his helmet on. He'll take that pitch, 6-7 in the dirt. Ooh, foul tip. Mason stepping in the bucket a little bit there, stepping towards third, not towards the pitcher. So only got the tip of the bat rather than the barrel. Foul tip caught by the catcher. Good job, 65-mile-an-hour strike from number 13 there. And Gianni's gonna step in now. Nobody on deck, so I can't tell you who's up next. Nope, now I see Brian is coming out. So Gianni looking for a fastball here. And he's gonna take a 51-mile-an-hour breaking pitch high for ball 1. And the next pitch is low. Gianni now with very much a hitter's count. And he'll take a high strike there. So 2 balls, 1 strike. That ball will be in the dirt. It's actually in the turf here. There's nothing but turf. There's no dirt. It's all AstroTurf. And Gianni's going to foul that back. We're going to go full count now. And with a full count, pitcher comes to the plate. And Gianni's going to take that one above his helmet for ball 1. I'm actually going to move the camera after this inning because I don't like the way first base looks. You don't get enough first base. And you actually don't even get that much of right field. So for now, we'll make do, but the half inning I'll switch. And there's a beautiful strike down the middle and an absolute dime of a throw down to second. And they're going to get Gianni by multiple feet. Absolutely beautifully executed. 13 through a strike right on the middle. Catcher made a pop and throw. It was exactly on target. Well earned out for the Royals. Another breaking ball that doesn't reach the zone there. And we'll have Brian with a good swing there. Brian has a tendency to pull his head, so Coach Hunter reminding him, oops, sorry about that. You guys should have seen the Coach Hunter reminding him not to pull his head. Ooh, Brian could have turned his shoulder and just taken that between the numbers, instead ducks out of the way for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now. 66 swings and misses. Oh, is that 3 strikes? Oh. That was only 2, right, Blue? Oh, you have 3? Okay, it's 3. All right, it's 3. Everybody thinks it's 3. All right, I'm going to move that camera from first base. I'll be right back. All right, first base looking much better. Teddy facing the next batter here. So Teddy on the mound, Mason behind the plate. The first pitch is 64, but bounced off the plate. Jabrell out at first. Brian still at second. Adrian still at short. And Gianni at third. 63, just floats out the outside corner. Love that throw. That pitch, excuse me. Dalton will take left. Joe moves to center now, and out in right is Ty. Ooh. Teddy hits number 11 in the lower back there with a 55-mile-an-hour curveball that I think came out of his hand all wrong there. So number 11 with a well-earned trip down to first. He's got his 90 feet there from taking that pitch. And in steps number 9. So 2 lefties in a row against Teddy. Does take away his slider from him a little bit. Oh, a big lead out there from the runner at first. And Teddy's going to step off a second time and give him a look. At this age, there are no rules against stepping off or throwing over, so he can do it as much as he wants. And there's a throw over. And apparently he wants. So we'll see if he can throw a fastball here, and if Mason the Gray can throw it down for a strike. 65 on the outside corner, painting like a little Renaissance painter there, right inside the lines for strike 1. And the runner's off. That ball is high and away. Not really a chance for Mason to get him. Good throw from Mason, but he stole that one on Teddy. So the tying run out at second, and nobody down with a 1-1 count. And there's a pop-up, and that'll go out to Dalton with the nice catch. That's right, he's got the left-handed glove there. I got a little confused, but Dalton with the out. So nice grab on the pop-up. So Teddy with 4 outs so far in this game. 3 pop-ups and a ground ball. I know we had Ty pitching in the first inning, according to at least according to Game Changer, and that wasn't the case. Teddy was the pitcher in the first inning. And throw back to second, nicely thrown. Number 11 is back safely. Joe kind of standing out there like a statue, so he's getting barked at by coach. Good teaching moment there for Joe, and he's got to be back up. Can't be standing around. And a strong wind blowing from third to first. So you can see it rippling across everybody's jersey here. It's also, the sun's gone away, nothing but clouds now. So cold front moving across your state capital today. And there's a little ground ball out to Adrian, who throws the ball. Oh, bounces out of the glove. And we may have a play at home. So that ball would have been bang at first as Adrian threw the ball a little high, but doesn't matter. Bounces out of Jabrell's glove, and now we have runners at first and third. So Teddy, not a fireball flamethrower pitcher. He needs defense behind him. And let's see if that miscue by the infield comes back to haunt us. And 23 steps in. The runner out at first. He's got his oven mitts half on, half off. I kind of want to show you this, how much they're hanging off here. He's looks like he's got 2 flags flapping in the wind there. So, not sure the oven mitts do him any good. Almost had a throw at first, at third. The runner back in time. So Teddy well aware of where the runners are at. And now he's just going to make a good throw to number 23 here at the plate. And, I got faked out by Mason the Gray. It was a good throw. The runner goes down to second on defensive indifference. So now, swing and a miss. That was a nice 63-mile-an-hour pitch there. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe the slider. So no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. So Teddy gets that crucial second out of the inning. Defense can play back now and know that they can just throw the ball to first. Teddy up through 29 pitches now, through an inning and 2/3. And that was his first strikeout of the day. And throw over, it's close. Runner's back. Now runner over to third. He's a quick study. He's got the moves down. Number one swinging a really short, is that a wood bat? If it's not a wood bat, it's a composite bat. Oh no, I lost my third base camera. And that ball was popped straight up. It made a sound like a wood bat. I do think number one is swinging a wood bat. Shaking his hand like he did. Oh, now my third base camera's back. That's good. And there's a shot through the left side. That's going to score one, probably going to score two. That ball gets all the way. I'm not sure what Dalton was doing there. That ball, he's got to stop it. Joe's going to pick it up. Now we'll have a play at third. And I actually don't think there'll be a play there. So a triple all the way to the fence. That is definitely turf assisted. And 2 runs will score, so the Royals will take the lead. So the error does come back to bite the Jackrabbits in the bottom. And there is 2 runs in now with 2 down. There's 67. For the first strike there. It is getting cold. I'm glad I brought my blanket. And fouled straight back, 65 miles an hour. Number 24 there. Oh, I forgot there's a runner at third. Apologies. There's the third base camera. Is your picture in a picture? I don't know how I forgot that. Ooh. There's a 58 that was inside. That ball gets away, and we're going to have a play at the plate. And the throw is offline. And the third run of the inning will score for the Royals. That's a 3-1 lead now for the Royals. We're about 40 minutes into this game here in the bottom of the second. Two balls, 2 strikes, excuse me, and strike three on a 68-mile-an-hour pitch right there to finish the inning off. Teddy with the second strikeout of the inning. Jackrabbits give up 3. They're going to need their bats to work, and the bats have very much struggled here this fall ball season. So let's see if they can make it happen. Adrian will step in now here at the top of the third. That ball is 50, bounces right off the screen right in front of me. And next pitch. That one's 67 miles an hour, but in the dirt, so 6-7 for our pitcher number 13 there on the bump. His 33 pitch of the day is foul. Oh, so close, Adrian. So we'll be back here for game 2 after this. This ends the regular season. I believe there is a Sunday playoff coming 2 weeks from today. So next weekend's Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day. So folks may be off for the weekend. We are. Teddy and I and his mom and his sister are going to go see Grandpa up in Seattle for the long weekend. And then we'll be back here in 2 weeks for the playoffs. I have no idea what the playoffs will look like. What a shot up the middle from Adrian. We like that. Oh, wow, my second base camera got way off tilter. Adrian safely down at first. And now Mason the Frosted will step in. Flame red bat, bright pink arm, what is that, armband, arm shield, whatever. So Adrian will be looking for the sign from Coach Hunter. Let's see if he goes on the first pitch or second pitch or at all. We've already seen beautifully executed throw out of Gianni out at second earlier this game. I'd rather just see Mason hit the ball to the right side here. There you go. That's going to get, foul territory. I thought that was going to drop. Although I guess Adrian was standing on first base. That should have been my first clue. So Mason being told to load early because he's a little behind on that one. All of your Jackrabbits fans here in person are wrapped up in multiple layers. Sweatshirts, jackets, and blankets. I'm going for the blanket here soon enough. Shout out to all the family members that are tuning in from elsewhere. Hopefully it's someplace warmer, or at least you're in the heat of your own home. But it does look as though fall has decided here in the last week of fall ball to show up. Last week we had, 83 degrees or something? Oh, beautiful 52 mile an hour curve or changeup off of a 66 mile an hour fastball previously. So 13 did a great job setting up Mason there, and Mason unable to make contact, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So Connor will step in now, swinging the soldier bat. Adrian with a nice big lead, not going anywhere. 66, painting the black for strike one. Connor getting lots of support from the coaching staff here to put the bat off his shoulder. Ooh. Wow, that went off Connor and then off the ump's leg, but the ump didn't even flinch. Wow, he's saying he's fine. He's a man right there. And now we're having the coach come out and have a quick chat with him just to give Blue more time, I think. There was way too fast of a conversation for that to be anything other than I'm giving Blue more time. So no balls, 2 strikes here. Look for that 55 mile an hour change or curve like we saw last time. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, we get 64 high heat. Connor unable to catch up with it, and he'll go down on strikes. Dalton will step in next, who throws left but bats right. And Jabril will be in the on-deck circle. 2 outs now. Ball low. There we go. My gun didn't catch the speed on that one, but probably mid-60s like we've been seeing. There's a 67 mile an hour fastball. So, what was that? Oh, this is Tyler, not Dalton. My bad, Tyler. I thought it was, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's Tyler. Everybody's calling him Tyler, so that must be Tyler. Oh, and he pops that one up. Third baseman is going to go into foul territory. He's going to call all his teammates up, and he's going to make a catch. And with that, the Jackrabbits go down. They do get 1 single, but the man's left on. Jackrabbits down 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. So the offensive anemia continues. This is, let me go back and look. Last week we scored a total of 4 runs. The week before that, we lost 10-1, but we did win 12-6. That was a game that was nice. Otherwise, you got to go back to the first weekend when the Jackrabbits put up a bunch of runs for our victories. But you're really looking since basically the 14th of last month where we've put any real runs on the board. Teddy will get back on the bump, and I'll be back after these messages. By that I just mean you're just going to hear noise, like crowd noise. I'll be back. Teddy back on the mound there. First pitch, ball. Still Mason the Gray behind the plate. And Jabrell and Brian holding down the right side of the infield. But I've got Mason the Frosted and Connor on the left side of the infield now. Teddy misses 65 low and away, number 15 here. And I think is that Ty in right field? I believe it's Ty in right field. Either Braden or Joe in center. And Teddy falls down and misses with ball 3. Big smile to coach who calls him on it. And then Dalton in left. So Teddy misses on all 4 pitches there. None of them really that tempting for number 15. Teddy up to 42 pitches now. And Teddy misses high with that one. Time for Coach Hunter to call time and go out and talk to Teddy. If he can't diagnose the problem, at least give Teddy a moment or two to catch his breath here. There's one, 61 miles an hour for strike 1. And now Coach Hunter probably doesn't need to make that trip. Swing and a miss, 62 on the inside corner. So number 4 now with an even count. Oh no, sorry, a 1-ball 2-strike count. Yeah, calls of It's Like Butter Baby. Appreciate that from Garrett. Also run the scoreboard. There's strike 3. Oh, I'm not sure why we missed that one. 64 miles an hour for ball 2. Maybe a little low. But Garrett run the scoreboard as he does each and every week. Without that, we would not have the full broadcast. That's a breaking ball that's too high. And now we're back to a full count. So like I said, Teddy's maybe his one weakness is unable to put guys away when he's got 2 strikes on him. And he's going to walk him. So that's 2 walks to start the inning. And we're going to get a timeout from Coach Hunter. So that was the bottom 2 of the order too. So now the top of the order, number 42 will step in. So not sure what Coach is telling Teddy, but I'm sure it's something like breathe and don't you worry about this. You got these guys. And the conversation over. Teddy back on the bump. Runners at first and second. Nobody down. And with the Royals up a 3-1, Jackrabbits cannot afford to get... Wow, the strike zone got a lot smaller all of a sudden. That was 66 and has been called a strike in previous innings, but now is just a ball. Foul ball. on a half swing there from 42, so we'll take 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach Hunter scoops it up and toss it back to Teddy, who's back on the bump. The runner out at second, not getting a lot of looks. That ball is absolutely unleashed over Ty's head. That will score 1. That ball kicks away. Wow, down in the right-hand corner. This could be a home run, inside the park home run, turf assisted. There will be a chance. They're going to have a play at the plate, and the ball's going to be offline, and it's an inside the park turf assisted home run. Well done by 42 there to knock in 3 runs by his to put the Royals up what it feels like an insurmountable 6-1, but it's still early. We are not even 55 minutes into this game. So Teddy's walks come back and haunt him with 3 earned runs here, and still nobody out in the third. And the next pitch, that ball is hit into a weird spot, and Joe's able to go get underneath it because it just hung up and hung up. And that's not Joe, excuse me. That's Braden. Braden to be able to get it because it just hung up and hung up and hung up. So Jackrabbits helped there by a nice tall can of corn. And 1 down. 13 will step in with his foot on the back of the white line on the batter's box, respecting Teddy's velocity. And he's going to hit that ball out to Ty again, who's going to pick it up and get it in. Oh, he got to hit his cutoff man, threw it into first there. So we'll learn. That's what fall ball is all about. Would like to point out that fall ball in the eyes of the coaches is really just learning, doesn't really matter. What we're all playing for is next May when there's the state championships. Runner's going, and he's popped straight up, and somebody's got to catch that. Oh, now they're gonna have a force at second. So the baseball gods get that right, because had he not run, it's gonna be a pop up, and so somebody getting barked at there. It sounds like the batter may be missing the sign. As such, the force at second, which you would have had a pop up to second baseman, so you get the same result. Different kids on the base paths now, and I'm sure the Royals coaches will be not happy with them. He did miss a sign, but really there's no harm, no foul. That's an easy pop up to second if the runner's not going. So Teddy with a quick throw over, and Jabrell with a slap tag on the back, but the runner back safely. So 33 now in the box for his first pitch from Teddy. Strike. And the ball is going to be offline, and the runner in safely at second. But Teddy did get a first pitch strike there. 2 down and a runner out at second now.
So let's get this out in field.
There's a beautiful curve. He had number 33 Balin, and that broke over. Nice pitch. 56-mile-an-hour curve there. So Teddy now in the driver's seat. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if he comes back with a high heat. No, he comes back with, looked like maybe a high slider there. That was only 62 miles an hour and missed quite a bit. Oh, and Teddy throws the ball to second, but there's nobody there. And I think it hit the runner on the hand or the wrist. He's laying on the base and shaking it, so, and really, a bit of pain. We have a timeout called. Out of respect, I'm going to give a different camera angle here just to make sure we're not. Oh, he's up, and first base coach is coming to see him. But I think he took that throw right off the hand or the wrist. So, well, let's see what's going on here. We had him. I'm going to give him just a little bit of privacy here, and it does look as though the runner's shaking off. There does appear to be at least some joking or smiles, and we'll go back to the regular camera angle. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It is like butter, baby. Here comes the pitch. And there it is, strike 3. And we'll have to have a sort of first to complete it. And Jabril, they make it interesting, but Jabril does make the play. So out there, that's a third out of the inning on the strikeout. The Royals score 3. It is 6-1, and the Jackrabbits better figure out a way to get some base runners on, because right now they are struggling. That may be it for Teddy at 59 pitches, or 58 pitches. I think he's probably going to be done. This team is blessed with a ton of pitching, and Coach will put them on. But the question is, can they get the hitting? So again, it is fall ball where the score doesn't matter and the positions are pretty arbitrary. So we'll see where we go. The Jackrabbits, I did finally find where this is listed under USSSA. Jackrabbits are going into today 3-3 on the fall ball season. And right now looking like they may fall below 500 unless they can figure out a way to get more runs on the board. We do play another game here at 6. So make sure you like and subscribe. Of course, you want to be able to follow the Jackrabbits Broadcasting Liebres Radio right here whenever you want. You can go back and watch games. I know some of the boys go back and watch it. Sometimes the parents and the coaches do as well. So appreciate you tuning in live, but also love boys from either team coming back to watch their performance. And we'll have Jabril start us off here in the top of the 4th. And the on-deck circle is Dalton. And a 66-mile-an-hour strike 1 from number 13. He's only at 44 pitches, so he's certainly going to be in to finish this inning. Unless the Jackrabbits can do a good job of seeing a lot of pitches and getting a lot of guys on. And Jabril with the 1-1. Takes that ball high. Across the plate around the chin. Swinging the brand new Hype Fire. And he's way behind on that 66-mile-an-hour tailing fastball. With a 2-2 count now. And swing and a miss, strike 3. And they throw the ball around, but it gets past the shortstop. He's just going to get that ball back to the pitcher. And the pitcher will retrieve it. And now Dalton will step in. Jackrabbits running 13 players today. So Dalton being number 13 in the lineup. We'll see the lineup flip over. And there's a little looper to the shortstop. Great grab by the shortstop there. Get it underneath it quickly. Dalton, 1 pitch, 1 out. And now the Jackrabbits are uncertain who's up now because there's nobody in the on-deck circle. And Joe is being yelled at by the dugout to get going. He's quickly strapping his batting gloves on. Ump being especially kind for Joe not being ready. So Joe had the leadoff double in the only run of the game. Braden in the on-deck circle. So he was able to score with a leadoff double and then 2 pass balls. That's a 49-mile-an-hour looper. It comes in over the plate too high. And there's a 65-mile-an-hour pitch on the outside corner. Joe's got to go down and get that. First baseman actually just moved over close to the line, so someone gave him the scouting report on what happened last time. The ball's released way too high and ends up coming in too high for ball 2. I believe Joe may be the next pitcher here, so that may be why he's a little delayed. That ball crosses the plate somewhere around the chin. Did have a nice break to drop at the very end, but not enough to get a strike, so 3-1. And a delayed strike 2 call. So then we go full count. Number 13 here working pretty quickly. And his pitch is fouled off to the right side. Almost takes out one of the Denver Royals coaches, who gets out of the way quickly. That's good to see. And nobody need to get hurt for fall ball. Kid or parent or coach. And Joe already ready. Now 13 on the bump. The strong wind blowing. He shakes his catcher off, gets a second sign. And Joe fouls off the curveball. Nicely done. So he's expecting the fastball and reacted to the curve. He did that. Here's a fastball and he fouls that one off. So 68 mile an hour fastball fouled off and a 49 mile an hour changeup fouled off. Joe, who's second on the team in batting average, by the way, batting over 500 for fall ball. Let's see what he sees here. And he's going to take ball 4 outside. So a high quality at bat from Joe there. And let's see if he's running. We're showing a lot of respect for the pitcher catcher combo. When they threw out Gianni. So Braden in now. And we'll have a back pick. Joe back in safely. Teddy in the on-deck circle. So Braden being told he's got to load early and swing earlier. He's already choking up so he can get the bat around quicker. And a throw over to Joe, who's back safely. He's certainly drawing attention over there, which you appreciate. A little extra mind, thought. Oh, Braden, man. A little behind that one. 64 mile an hour fastball. He fouls it off to the right side. And we'll see if we get that curveball here on an 0-2 count. It's a perfect curveball count. If you waste a pitch, you waste a pitch. If he gets him to swing, with the win. There it is. And it comes in high. And Joe's off. And there's foul. So Joe will have to retrace his steps back to first. Braden fouled that one off. It was a good swing. I like the idea, put the man in motion. Let's see if they do it again. Royals must know that must be a possibility now. And a pitch. Strike 3. And our ninja ump doesn't do his ninja move like he has done previously. And Braden goes down. So that's it. Jackrabbits do get one on, leave another. And the offensive anemia continues. So Jackrabbits now put the gloves on their hands and the caps back on their head. And we'll see who's going to be back on the bump. Or who's not back on the bump, but who's on the bump. Teddy is out. And let's see where everybody else ends up too. Mason grabs the ball. So we'll have a battery of Masons. In their off time, the two Masons get together and plan world domination. But on the field, they are a battery today. Mason, what has he got on his face? Hold on, I'll be right back.
need some Jackrabbit blankets to sell.
There we go. Jackrabbit space heaters. That's what we need. All right, so Mason wearing bright pink eye black in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month is on the bump, and he's going to be throwing a Mason the Gray, unaware of Mason the Gray's eye black situation as he's got the helmet on. And the first pitch, it's black. It's just normal black for Mason the Gray. And, ooh, ball 2. That one didn't quite make the full 60 feet 6 inches. Gianni will hold him down first with Joe out at second. Joe plays second for his high school team, so that makes sense to get a little action out there. Adrian back at short, and big tall Connor with the sunglasses, although not necessary at this hour, out at the hot corner. And there's a shot through the right side, nicely stroked by number 11. And Ty grabs that, throws it back into his cutoff man. So you've seen Ty in right. We've got Braden in center, and that must mean Dalton in left. And with one runner on and nobody out, the second lefty of the batter of the order comes up. And there's a nice 60-mile-an-hour pitch on the outside corner. That looked like that had a little bit of spin to it, so I'm not sure if is Mason the Frosted now throwing a little bit of a breaking pitch of some sort. I like it. That was definitely an attempt at a breaking pitch. And there's a throwdown, and it's on line, but not in time. The runner had quite the lead. And as soon as that ball popped out of the glove, he made a decision to go. That was a wise decision. He's in safely at second. And Jackrabbit's in a bit of a bind here with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. And Mason does a big twist of the hips there and throws the ball way inside for ball 3. Right? Ball 3? Maybe ball 2. Is it 2-1? What do we got, Blue? There's some popcorn by the middle infielders out there. And there's nobody there. So that was a really good move. Had Adrian stayed in front of the runner and Joe stopped back in, maybe you could have had him there. So there was some trickery and some messing around. I kind of liked it. Now Mason doesn't like whatever pitch call that was. Fast forward again. And there's a shot. It's going to get through. Oh, Adrian gets his glove on it. I don't know if we're going to have a throw it first. It's going to be not in time. Runner beats that out. That's a tough one at the deep hole there. So that'll put runners on the corners and nobody down for the Royals. So 16 will get in the box now with a fun bat. Look at that bat. It's kind of looks like a pink wrap and then kind of a neon yellow followed by like a neon pink with a white top on it. Swing and a miss. Gonna throw it down to second. It's right on target. Actually took a turf-assisted bounce, almost hit Joe in the face. Runner's in safely though, but it was bang bang. So good job by Mason the Gray, already showing remarkable improvement behind the plate here in the where we've had 7 fall ball games. That ball is nicely knocked down. Talk about, again, improvement. Week 1, week 2, that ball goes to the backstop. This week, Mason stops it. He's got to learn to move his body over and block it off his chest rather than backhanding it like he's a star middle infielder, but baby steps here, baby steps. We will take the improvement week by week. Swing and a miss, 65, right down Colfax. 16 swings and misses it. And he looked pretty mad at himself there. I don't know, that was just mano a mano, I guess. So Blue says 1 ball, 2 strikes. Since everything he says is the correct answer, we'll go with that. And that ball is a nothing burger, high for ball 2. Whoa, that ball is going to go to the backstop. And let me just say, that is a wild pitch if there ever was one. Everybody's going to move up 90 feet, and the run will score, making it 7-1 for the Royals. Now we have a 3-2 count. So Mason, the Frosted, was in command of the count. Now it's gone to a full count. Mason makes a move at third. Runner comes back, no throw. Oh, I think we've seen 16 on the base before because he's got double. Oh, he swings at a pitch a little high for ball 4, or for foul ball, which could have been ball 4. But I think 16's been on the base paths before because he had the double oven mitts and he didn't wrap them up, so they just hung around. They hung off like flags there. Now it's up to Mason, the Frosted, to make sure that 16 doesn't get back on the bases and you be able to use those oven mitts. With the full count, here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. And he gets him on a 57-mile-an-hour pitch there. So on the 14th pitch of the inning, Mason gets his first out. That's going to be a rough pace, so he's going to need to move quicker and get that down if he's going to get out of this inning without too much more damage. And number 23 is swinging a DeMarini, also with a lot of pink on his arms. He's got a pink elbow guard and a pink arm sleeve. I guess October is breast cancer month, my understanding. So we salute all those out there that are battling that disease. And want you to know that we all support you. Well, that ball goes all the way backstop. And what a nice play by Mason the Gray, who plays it right off the concrete, knocks it down. The runner is forced to stay at third. Mason made as though he's throwing over to third, even though the runner was standing on the bag. So Mason steps off. Looks like the wind may have blown his hat off, or just blown his hat out of position. Excuse me. You can see the wind is whipping across his jersey, and the next pitch is in the dirt, all the way to the backstop. It dies against the fence. Runner is in safely. So a second wild pitch, a second run scored for the Royals. Oh, there it is. Nice tailing fastball, 64 miles an hour for strike 2. So Mason, with nobody on, able to focus on the batter, and immediately you can see just a better pitch from the windup. And he buzzes the chin of number 23. Or 23. He takes a full count now, is that right? And Mason from the windup. And he's going to go inside. Ball 4. Number 1 will step in. Shin guard on, and this is the young man I think that's using a wood bat. Certainly sounds like it when he makes contact and kind of looks like it. So if not, oh, I forgot I got the wrong. If not, it's certainly a crazy composite. Also only batting with one Bruce Bolt. He's got one hand without a glove, one with a glove. So all kinds of unique contraptions going on here. All right. And Mason throws the ball in the vicinity of Loveland, and that will be really tough to track down. We'll have a throw all the way to third, and it's almost on line, but Connor's able to grab it, and on a throw over to first, we end up giving the runner 2 bases, which is rather unfortunate. With 2 down, and now the runner over on third. Joe having a word with Mason there. Joe, one of the elder statesmen of the team. And whatever he said worked. That was strike one. I like that show of leadership from Joe there. And that ball gets away from Mason the Gray. We could have a play at plate. They get him. Oh! He's safe. We'll have to go back and look at the replay on that one. But bang, bang, it looked like they got him. Oh, our photographer is able to, show. Got it, yeah. So our photographer's got the shot. He was out, but the ump called him safe, and that's all that matters. We're going to get a timeout from Coach. Is that Coach Paul, I think? Yeah, it's Coach Paul having a conversation with Mason. And it looks like he's instructing him on how he's holding the ball or holding the pitch. He's not letting go of the ball correctly. Coach is instructing him out there. Nobody asking Coach to be done, so he's going to take that full time. The field ump looks like he went over and grabbed a quick drink from his water cooler, and the home plate ump just let him chat. So everybody's going to return to their base. We got 1 strike, nobody on, a 9-1 lead here for the Royals. And Mason immediately looks over at the Coach Paul after he lets go of that pitch, which is nowhere near the zone, shaking his right hand. He did not like whatever he just got told. It did not work. And there's a 62-mile-an-hour pitch, so every pitch really elevated now from Mason. And we go 3-1. Mason up to, this will be his 25th pitch. That ball's elevated. And on the base on balls, we'll now see the next Royals batter, number 24. Still looking for that second out of the inning as it gets colder and colder here at the Diamond. Ump says, let's play. Runner at first with a decent-sized lead. And now he gets an even bigger lead. He's going to be going. Mason steps off. Joe out there barking. So clearly he's learned some things playing second base for his high school team. The runner's going, and we'll have a throw down. And he stole. Good Joe, a good throw again on line, but they stole that one on the pitcher for sure. The big old lead there. Foul tip, nice catch by Mason the Gray for strike one. 1 strike. One down, runner out at second. He's going. Oh, and that ball gets away, and there's nobody backing him up. And he will easily trot in for the 10th run of the game. So Jackrabbits are going to run into trouble here where they could end up being run ruled if they're not careful. The bottom of the fourth. It's what? 20 after 3, 15 after 4, 12 after 5. No, 10 after 5. So I'm there. I have to go back and look, but we need more outs than we can allow runs, I think is the answer. We cannot trade. I don't think we can trade a run for an out. I think that would be 12. And I think that's it game then. We did start this about an hour and 20 minutes ago, so we probably only have one inning left anyway, but it'd be nice to get another at bat. And number 24 ducks under the first, or the ball 4 there, and takes first. And we're going to get a timeout. This will be the second coach's visit. This will be it for Mason. And already been told that Adrian is going to get the ball. And Mason kind of unceremoniously walks off the mound, hanging his head. Not his best outing by any means, but he can't be doing that. You got to take the good with the bad, let it go. Coach is having a conversation with him. And Adrian will get his 8 warm-up throws. and I'll be back. I'm gonna go try to figure out a way to get a little bit warmer here. Maybe a hot chocolate from the concession stand. Hey, and guess who's been on mute there since Adrian got back on the bump? So first pitch is a ball. And we'll start over here with now the runner out at second. Adrian comes set. There's a nice 57-mile-an-hour pitch that not sure where it missed, but apparently missed for ball two. So I could not do this without the support from Garrett on the scoreboard, and I think everyone should make sure they give him a thanks. But also Eric, Mason's dad. That ball's popped straight up, and this should be, oh, Gianni, darn it, I can't get a video of that, but it looked like Gianni and Mason almost ran into each other. They didn't talk. So anyway, where was I going to go here? We got 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. We got a 10-1 game and a guy out on second. And Adrian now with his 4th pitch of his appearance. He does not give any notice to the guy at second. And he throws that one into the dirt, and the runner will easily get over to third. Oh, I was talking about Eric. So Eric sets up the cameras, and really do appreciate his effort in doing so, because he actually was ready today, and I was not, so my bad. Otherwise, you'd get no cameras, really. Anyway, in doing so, Eric stepped in chewing gum 3 times, and so that's gross. 54 on the outside corner. That's a strike. We go full now, full count, runner at third. And I was saying that I think Singapore has it right. Since 1992, they've outlawed chewing gum. And if you have chewing gum, it's $10,000 fine or 2 years or 2 years in prison. And the runner's coming. And he's out. And the runner goes to first on the base on balls. And they tagged the runner out. So the runner was coming. They got a second out. So the second out at home maybe makes up for that second out home we should have had a while back. And so the third base coach convinced to hit his runner, or sorry, his batter, and sent the runner, but actually it hit the plate and gone straight up. So that's the second time we've seen it. Mason did it once, and now Adrian's done it. Number 4 steps in, put 2 outs and the guy on second. Anyway, just want you to know that your broadcast team is made up of more than just me, Mike. It is a whole team effort, and I do appreciate Eric getting his gum on his shoe as he takes the cameras around. But this wouldn't happen if we were in Singapore, that's all I'm saying. What would happen here is another pitch from Adrian. And, ooh, he hits number 4 right in the right shoulder blade. I think that might be the second time he's been hit today. That was a 58-mile-an-hour pitch, too, number 4, when you go back and watch this. So that explains your bruise. So 58 off the right shoulder blade is going to give him 90 feet. It's going to push his teammate over to second. And number 42 will step in. 42 with a bright blue bat to match his bright blue jersey. Wide open stance. You don't see this very often. We got a timeout. Oh, we're just making sure that the runner at first is feeling good. Blue's comfortable that number 1 is feeling good. And here we go. Adrian's got to do a better job of looking back here. And that ball is 61, but in the dirt. Nice stop by Mason the Gray. So 2 down. The first one's a ball here. We will be back around 6 o'clock for our second game of the day. So make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we're live. I will, of course, always do my darndest to try to get it into Team Reach for those of you who are a direct grown-up for one of the Jackrabbits players. But if you're an aunt and uncle, a grandma, grandpa, anybody who aren't privy to that app, you're going to want to make sure you hit that notification bell. Adrian's short-arming all these pitches here, so they're not making it to the plate. And we go to 3-0, I think. I don't think we've seen a strike yet. And Adrian overthrows that one. He's going to load the bases. So 2 walks and a hit by pitch set the table here for 44. Adrian with a little walk off the side of the mound, little spit into the pseudo dirt. The turf will capture that. And he'll come to number 44 with his first pitch. Woo! That was a nice spot on the inside corner, but a little too inside. 60 miles an hour. Popped the glove nicely, though. And that ball is hit directly at our center fielder, who lets it drop for some reason. And the ball gets away, and now we're just going to throw it around, and everybody's going to need to hold it. And that is ball game. I thought that might be the case. Jackrabbits are defeated on the run rule here in the bottom of the 4th. So on that, we go to 12-1. We'll be back. I don't see our opponents yet. They're still playing on the other field. So again, make sure you like, subscribe. But on behalf of Jackrabbits Broadcasting, this is Mike. And I say, vamos libres. We will see you back here in about 20-25 minutes.